There comes a moment in life when everything you believed in starts to fall apart. It doesn't send a warning. It doesn't knock gently. One day, it simply breaks. The job you held for years lets you go. The person you trusted walks away. A diagnosis turns your life upside down, and in that moment, the world around you grows silent, and you're left standing in the ruins of what used to be your life. It's a kind of silence that feels heavy, not peaceful, like something inside you cracked open. You go through the motions, get up, eat something, smile at strangers, but deep down, something's missing. You're no longer sure where you're headed, or even who you are anymore, and maybe no one else notices. Maybe you still look put together. But behind your eyes is a quiet scream. What now? We've all been there. Some quietly, some loudly. Life, as beautiful as it can be, has a way of unraveling without our permission. No matter how carefully we plan, no matter how hard we try, there are days, weeks, even years when it feels like everything is slipping out of our hands. Like we're losing control. Like we're losing ourselves. But what if this moment, this broken, confusing, painful moment, is not just an ending? What if it's also a beginning? This is where the Buddha's teachings offer a different kind of wisdom, a deeper kind of comfort, the kind that doesn't pretend things are okay when they're not, but gently whispers, even this has meaning. The Buddha began his journey not with answers, but with questions. He saw the suffering around him, old age, sickness, death, heartbreak, and instead of turning away, he leaned in. He sat beneath a tree not to escape life, but to understand it. And what he discovered was not a promise of a perfect life, but a path through the imperfection. At the heart of his teachings is a single truth. Life involves suffering, not as punishment, not because we're broken, but because everything changes. Everything we cling to, our youth, our relationships, our dreams, is impermanent. And our suffering comes not from the pain itself, but from our refusal to accept that truth. Think about it. We suffer not because someone left, but because we believed they would stay forever. We suffer not just from losing our job, but from believing our worth depended on it. We suffer not only from grief, but from the belief that things should have been different. This clinging, this craving for things to be a certain way, is the root of our pain. And yet it's so human to cling. So natural. We all do it. Because we want to feel safe. We want life to be predictable. We want to believe that love will last, that health will stay, that tomorrow will come just as we imagined. But life is a river. It flows, it shifts, it moves. And the more we try to hold on to any one part of it, the more we feel it slipping through our fingers. This is not a cause for despair, it's an invitation to stop clinging, to stop resisting, and to start living in alignment with the way things really are. The Buddha called this the middle way. Not a path of denial or indulgence, but of balance, of learning to meet life as it is, not as we wish it to be. So what do we do when everything falls apart? We stop. We breathe. We listen. We learn to be present not in spite of our pain, but because of it. Mindfulness is not a quick fix. It's not about escaping your thoughts or pretending to be calm. It's about gently returning your awareness to the here and now, again and again. It's about breathing when your heart is racing. It's about noticing the tightness in your chest without judgment. It's about sitting with your sadness like you would sit beside a grieving friend, not trying to fix it, but simply being there. Try this, close your eyes. Place your hand over your heart. Take a deep breath in. Hold it gently. Exhale slowly. And whisper to yourself, "This hurts. But I am still here." Let that be your practice. Not to change what is, but to learn how to stay with it. To soften, to open, And in that opening, we begin to see differently. We begin to see that pain is not our enemy. It's a teacher. One that speaks a language we've often forgotten: stillness, silence, surrender. And from that stillness, something new can arise: compassion. Not just for others, but for ourselves. So often when life crumbles, we turn against ourselves. We judge, we criticize, we blame. But healing begins when we shift from judgment to gentleness. When we stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "How can I meet this moment with love?" The Buddha taught that suffering can lead to awakening. Not because suffering is noble, but because it wakes us up to what truly matters. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to be strong all the time. You only need to be present, one breath at a time, one step at a time. And slowly things shift. The tears still come, but they soften. The ache in your chest remains, but it feels less sharp. And in its place, something new is born, not the old life you once had, but a deeper life, a more authentic one. You begin to notice small blessings: the kindness of a friend, the warmth of sunlight, the stillness of morning. These are not distractions. They are reminders. Life is still here. Beauty is still here. And so are you. Eventually, you look back at the wreckage not with bitterness, but with understanding. Because you see now the life that fell apart made space for the life that's unfolding. You are not broken, you are becoming. So if you're in a place right now where the pain feels unbearable, know this: you are not alone, you are not lost, you are in transition. And like all transitions, this one has its own rhythm, its own wisdom. Don't rush it, don't numb it, don't shame it. Just breathe, stay close to yourself. Be your own refuge. And when the time is right, you will rise not as the person you were before, but as someone new. Someone softer, stronger, wiser, and more deeply awake. This is the promise of the path. Not that life will never fall apart again, but that each time it does, you will know how to begin again. The lotus grows from the mud. The dawn breaks after the darkest night. And you are more resilient than you know. So when life falls apart, don't just try to survive. Use it. Let it strip away what isn't real. Let it reveal what is. Let it teach you how to begin again, not from desperation, but from truth. Let this moment be your practice. Close your eyes. Take one breath. Say, "This is not the end of me. This is the unfolding of me." And when you open your eyes again, you may not have all the answers, but you will have yourself. Whole, present, awake. That is enough. And if this touched something in you, if it reminded you of your strength, or helped you feel a little less alone, then share it. Not because you have to, but because someone else may need these words just as much as you did. Sometimes the greatest gift we can offer the world is our presence, our truth, our healing. Let your healing become a light. Let your journey become a path others can walk. And remember, when life falls apart, listen. There is wisdom in the pieces. May you be safe. May you be at peace. May you return to yourself again and again. If these words brought you comfort, consider joining our journey. Subscribe to Buddha's Heart for more teachings that heal, stories that guide, and wisdom that holds you gently through the storm. You are not alone, and you never have to walk this path alone again.